Welcome to Scattered Moments, and today I have an invitation for you. Today, I'd like to invite you to stop climbing. Grace has a way of slipping through our fingers like water, not because it is elusive, but because we keep trying to hold it with closed fists. There's something almost maddening about grace. It offends every instinct we've learned from this world. Everything around us operates by transaction. Work hard and you'll be rewarded. Study longer and you'll make the grade. Save more and you'll gain security. Perform well and you'll earn acceptance. Nearly everything in life teaches us that value must be earned. So when we encounter a God who gives love before we've deserved it, forgiveness before we've cleaned ourselves up, and acceptance through Christ rather than our own performance, our hearts hesitate. There must be a catch. Surely there's another mountain to climb, another prayer to pray, another promise to keep, another rung on the ladder toward being acceptable. So we spend our lives climbing. We keep score, we count our victories, we remember our failures, we polish our spiritual resume, hoping that someday we'll finally become the kind of people that God can love. All the while, He isn't waiting at the summit. He's standing in the valley. His arms are already open. He's calling us home. Perhaps that's the greatest surprise of the gospel. Every religion tells us to climb. The gospel tells us that God came down. He descended into our brokenness. He entered our dust. He walked our roads. He carried our sorrows. He bore our sin. And when He stretched out His hands on the cross, He opened the way home, not because we finally became worthy, but because He is. And that's why grace feels so foreign. It asks us to receive what we cannot earn, to trust what we cannot repay, to believe that what Christ finished is actually finished. We still bargain. If I pray a little harder, if I become a better Christian, if I could overcome this one failure, then maybe God will finally delight in me. But the Father smiles before we finish the sentence, not because sin doesn't matter. It mattered enough to send His Son. Not because holiness doesn't matter. It matters deeply. But holiness is the fruit of grace, not the price of it. We don't obey so that God will love us. We obey because in Christ He already does. There's always room for one more prodigal, one more weary traveler, one more doubter, one more sinner, one more child who finally grows tired of climbing and decides just to come home. Perhaps that's why Jesus spoke so often about children. Children know how to receive. Adults know how to negotiate. We've been experts at keeping score. Grace doesn't. We've learned to clench our fists. Grace asks us to open our hands. We've spent years trying to prove ourselves, and grace simply whispers, "Come home." Maybe today the greatest act of faith isn't trying harder. Maybe it's trusting deeper. Maybe the next step isn't another climb. Maybe it's surrender. The work that saves you has already been accomplished. The invitation has already been given. The Father's arms have already been opened. So unclench your fists. Turn your hands upward. Stop measuring your worth by yesterday's failures or today's successes. Rest in the finished work of Christ, because grace doesn't keep score. It just keeps giving.